What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? We're here to talk about Luna Classic. We're going to talk about this entire ecosystem. I'm going to take it to you as fast as I possibly can. I'm going to bang it through your ear canal. I'm going to put it in your brain. Unless you're one of those people who says something in my comment section like, it's never going to go up, bro. It's only going to go down. Great. I love John Cena too. You know, come on. It's what you sound like in my head. So, we're going to break this down. I'm going to give you what you need to know, and we got a big burn from Binance, so let's talk about it. Okay, so the burn is 375 million. I mean, you guys should not like that. You should be looking for way more. Now, on average, the volume, it's excessively down. Like this used to be in the neighborhood of $1 billion to $2 billion. It's now down to 370. Just a kind of a testament at this point to how little trade volume there is, and that's okay. I'm going to show you on the charts why I'm not really concerned. And by the way, I don't like it, so let me not say, I'm not glossing over the fact that we need to do more. I'm not glossing over that, but at the same time, I mean, here we are, retail being kind of squeezed out. I mean, you guys have seen it. You know what's going on in the markets, so there's not a whole lot to even talk about in that regard. So let's keep moving. Unless you're living under a rock or a Kamala Harris voter, you may have missed TerraCasinoio, so go check them out today. This is the place where the bigs come to make a bunch of money. Look at all the money given away up at the top up there. 125 in euros, 1.126 million in euro, 5,000 in euros from June 25th to July 1st. They're giving away money constantly to you in the hopes that you will continue to play over here. So sign up today. Certainly helps me out on the channel as well. Links in the description. And if you got big muscles and a big, you know, wee, then you're probably trading on Terraport.finance. If you're trading anywhere else, it's probably tiny, a little bit small, you know. Anyway, Terraport.finance where you go to trade. So if you want to buy the Believe coin, then it's available for you over here. Remember, we did this just yesterday, and we went into degen mode, and we typed in Believe, and then we popped it up, and now the value at this point is going to be 83,000 Terra, which is significant, but what's everybody want? Everybody wants a classic. So we come to Luna Classic, we grab that, pop that in. 5 million Luna Classic could be if you have, or 5 million Believe, or 5 million Lunc will buy you 44 million Believe, and you could be a top 5 holder like me. And if you push me out of top 5 holder of my own token, it's okay, I don't care. So definitely check it out if you are interested. Terraport.finance. Okay, so these are the important things, and guys, sometimes, and this is important, sometimes price action does not match sentiment. Sometimes price action does not match innovation. Sometimes these things just don't work well together. So USTD, and I'm still going to say it, but USTD, a yield-bearing stablecoin, and USTC staking system for Terra Classic are two big things, paradigm shifts in the way that we're doing business currently. These are going to make the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem explode, in my opinion. Now, remember, we're going to couple this with, by the way, these are two, but so we're not going to couple, but we're going to couple those two with Juris Protocol and Garuda X and Selenium. So we're going to have yield bearing, we're going to have borrowing, we're going to have lending. Guys, that's exactly what attracted people to Terra and Luna in the first place, and that's what led to a $119 Luna coin. So just consider, if you will, that everything being built at some point will absolutely pay off and cause this thing up. I've given you 40x as my goal, 2027, and that's where I think it's going to go. So buy yourself some Luna Classic. As far as meme coins and utilities right now, just not a lot of movement yesterday. I mean, I assume that everybody's probably like, you know what, we need to have some. So we went to Terraport.finance hall. You know, we want to, you know, thank you, Believe, for launching. You know, you're kind of awesome. We're mid at best. You know, you're living your best life, your dream. You got your meme token. Everybody on the planet, plus some of the people on Mars, they're all there. Love you. They think you're just so handsome and awesome. Stuff like that. And those are the things that I tell myself before I go. So, is that reality? No, of course not. But look, we're just having fun, right? Anyway, meme coins, not really doing a whole lot for the day. So, nothing up for proposal. Now let's get into burns. 134 million. That's horrible. And we do have 386 so far today, 386 million. But again, it's just gonna be kind of a letdown when we start looking at this a couple. Leonardo. Update here. We've all spoken all is good on the ceramic side. The planning has been done where you were blindsided by Portal walking away from Lunc, which means we now have to focus 100% on building a bridge. No bridge, no CMM. Some may say, does Ceramic have the skills to do this? 100% he does. Can be measured by the fact that he needed to fix Wormhole's CLI tool to be able to transfer assets back to B and Lunc. So you should see a bridge, a portal bridge from BSC to Luna Classic coming up very, very, very soon. And that's going to fix some of the issues here that they are currently going through. Maybe, just maybe, there's an interesting occurrence that's going to happen. Now let's talk price. Are your validators giving you valid value? Would be the question that I would ask. And my answer to that would be absolutely not. I don't want to be the one to bring this up, but, you know, I don't know who you're validating, but I know that if you're shooting down ideas that are going to propel exposure for Terra Luna Classic, like for example, if you're shooting down website, you're voting or no with veto, people should not validate. If you are stopping progress on this blockchain or preventing true leadership, and by the way, we need to talk about that because the clever foils and the conspiracy dum-dums that are some of our top validators are just, what's the French word for it? Stupid and wrong. That's the word. Yeah. No, was that not the word? That's not the word. Okay. Okay. Whatever. I mean, hey, listen, we're all in the same boat. Yeah, my boat. Okay. Anyway, it is my belief that validators have done a disservice to you by preventing progress. And I think that we need leadership. Now, here's what I mean by that. I don't mean that we need somebody to take full control over Terra Luna Classic and be lightning rod. I think that we need a roadmap until we are at completion, meaning I think that there has to be a mechanism by which Luna Classic has a stable coin. I do think that stable coin should be USTC, but I am not opposed to USTD. I don't like saying, but I'm not opposed to 3 coins or 2 coins and a stable coin. I'm not opposed to that at all. I just want to see where is the value, where is the trading, what is it? Comes from, in my opinion, Juris Protocol, places like that. Selenium, where you can yield fi, you can farm, you can earn. Like really, what you want to do, or what we want to do ideally, is we just want to give you some of our crypto, and then we want you to earn us. Right? That's kind of what we're doing, right? Does that make sense? I mean, does that make sense? So, and my point to it all is, look, I want to see a lot of progress here. And I think that there's a lot of people that have been holding us down, and it's time to stop. It's time to let growth. Now, I'm not saying that out of frustration because I'll be honest with you guys, every Luna Classic that I had, I bought anyway. So even at worst, I'm barely, do you know what I mean? Like, I tell you guys, at one point, I think I paid $600 for over 10 million Terra Luna Classic. Might have been $300, but I got it incredibly. You know, I got 10. You know, one of these cheapo prices as it popped, and I'm not. You know, and then I've bought more along the way. But my point is, I'm in a good place. I'm not doing bad. So I'm not really worried about it. But I want to see value for you guys. I mean, that's, you know, I'm doing this content because I want you to succeed, not because I want them to succeed, not because I want me to succeed. I assume that if you guys succeed, they're all of it. So this is about you. So I don't like what I see. You know, look, Bitcoin at or near all-time high. Ethereum about halfway to all. XRP right near its all-time high. Solana about halfway to its all-time. Some of these younger ones, they're of course breaking out and they're going to do runs and whatnot. You know, there's a lot of opportunity out here that we've whiffed on, that we've just kind of missed completely. So what I do think is necessary is I think that we need a break above this blue line right here. And really, this is to me going to be like the death knell right there. And by the way, I do think probably, or I like the volume that we got right there on that range 3013. Really, I think we need a break above that to get any kind of confirmation of positivity, in my opinion. But we haven't seen. I mean, we're not seeing any sort of it. And when I look at, we're going to zoom in just a little bit here, and we're going to look at Bollinger. What does that Bollinger Band tell you? Well, it tells me that it's got very, very tight. And a Bollinger Band is basically like a prediction of ranges for, you know, what's going to happen. Then you get this widening of it is a breakout, but the breakouts are very, very small. We've had very big breakouts over the last little while, but now look how tight this thing has gotten. There's an explosive move coming. I don't know when it's. In fact, if you look at it from this perspective, this, by the way, is on the weekly chart. I mean, look at that. Look how tight that range is right there. That's where you get big blow-offs. Well, the last time we got this tightening of the range, right here, we had this big. And let me show you what I'm looking at. When I see a little mountain right there, see that little mountain right there? Then we have this little tightening up here, and then a little downward right there, and we got this tight channel right there where this is really big. What I'm looking at is that, okay? So I'm comparing those two, and what I see is a very similar pattern. Boom leads to boom. Boom leads to boom. Boom, okay? So that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I see happening, and I see that there is a breakout on the horizon. It's just a matter of capital inflow. So I'm not worried about it, but I don't like seeing it because that also represents volume. Volume very, very tight right now. You've never seen that. Really, this is kind of an indicator of volume in many. You've not seen volume this tight in a very, very. So there's going to be an explosion. There always is. So hopefully the explosion is to the upside. That's what we want to see. We want to see an explosive move towards that upside. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. I'm going to give you just a guess, okay? USTD is probably a lot closer than we think. So we'll probably see a lot of price action based on that coming up very, very soon. And that's going to lead to an absolute banger of a moment. Now, how that applies to USTC, that's really the case. So in the event that that helps USTC tremendously, you could see a rally for USTC up to 6 or 7 or 8 cents. That's a real possibility. If not, then you just see Luna Classic end up taking off and USTC gets left behind. Remember, we still carry a huge amount of debt on USTC based on it being a coin. So we need 5.46 billion to fix USD, or we need to start burning USD to reduce the supply such that the market cap is commensurate supply. If it's a 1-to-1 ratio, then guess what? It's $1. So the market cap right now on USTC, 70 million. So we have 5.59 billion. Sorry, I said 5.59 billion USTC in circulating supply. So we have a debt that we're carrying right here of about 5.6 billion, and we need to get it down to 70 million. How it is right now. So we could 10x this market cap right here and still only be at 12 cents. That's how drastic we need to cut that supply. So I don't think there's a path forward for USTC in that regard. I don't think, and by the way, I don't think I've ever told you that there's a short-term path and we can't just restake it back to or repeg it back to $1. We just don't have the capital, okay? And there's no way to basically save it up. At very best, you could peg it to 1 penny, and that's 5.59 billion, 55 million market cap, and you could peg it to that. And from there, start to earn yield on it. And as you earn yield, just like USDT or just like Circle, and as you do that, and as you gain more, which it'd be very slow at first, but as you gain more, you put it to 2 cents. Then you do it to 3 cents, to 4 cents, and you do it all the way up. And every time you do it from 1 to 2, and then from 2 maybe to 5, and then from 5 maybe to 10, you can see the progress, right? It'll burn supply down, reduce the flow, increase. It's a complicated stablecoin shit, okay? But there is a possibility that could happen. I don't know, realistic, maybe. Now, by the way, USTC beating Luna Classic in price volume. That's how kind of dead everything is right now. And the market down 32 billion. By the way, if you go back and you look at volume, we're down on volume again to bear level territories, but we're not in a bear market. There's no indicator, so we are not. So anybody who tells you that, if you think it, you're also. So again, we got a tightening up here. So we're going to see an explosive move coming. Explosive move, I think, is going to be to the upside. I think, reasonably speaking, we're in the bull market. So it's just a matter of time before we get to that banana zone. Where we get that banana zone, then we get the tests of the all-time high. Then we get the speculative potential breakout kind of maneuver here. So there's some tremendous upside potentially here. Just watching to see exactly what happens. I'm, waiting, just waiting to see, some kind of crazy move that just justifies that. Okay, I'm just watching the detectives see what happens next. So Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Guys, I really think that you're going to have to give some patience because there's no simple solution. There never has been a simple solution. But what there has been is opportunity. You need to validate with, you need to stake with validators who appreciate you. Do you. Anyway, I don't want to, this is not financial.